students. In the lesson preparation for algebra, let us proceed with the next part of the lesson, that is using letters. Now, last time I have mentioned to you about what is algebra. Algebra is a branch of mathematics in which the numbers as well as letters are used together to form problems. So today we will learn how we can use these letters and introduce to you algebra. Okay. Now, symbols are frequently used in mathematical operations, and because of the use of symbols, the writing becomes simpler or very short. For example, if I say a sum of 3 and 4 is 7, okay, which is a very long statement. It can be simply written, or in short it can be written as 3 plus 4, that is sum of 3 and 4 is equal to 7. So it is in short we have written, and it is also very easy to grasp, right? Now let us learn how using letters, how we can make mathematical operations more simpler. Okay. Now you have already learned previously that in mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, then division and multiplication, that we have learned about so many different properties. Like for example, when we write, okay, 9 plus 6 is equal to 15. Okay, an equality, if we write here 9 plus 6 is equal to 15, we can also write this as 6 plus 9 is equal to 15. Isn't it, students? Yes, because we have learnt last time that in case of addition, if the order of the numbers is changed, okay, even then their sum remains the same. Suppose now instead of the numbers, if we use letters for this, because now we have already learned a property here that in addition the sum of the numbers even after changing the order remains the same. So if suppose for example if we take for 9 if we take 8 and for 6 if we take we can also write these in the form of an equality as 9 plus 6, you have learned this, 9 plus 6 is equal to also 6 plus 9, whose total is 15. Therefore consider that 9 as A and 6 as B, and then we write here plus sign. We can write this as 6, we have known that it is B, we can write it as B, and 9 as A as B plus C. So we can get a property using the letters, and this property will remain the same for all the problems of addition. That is, when we interchange the order of the letters or even the numbers, the sum remains the same. So A plus B can be written as B plus A. So this is one of the property which you have learned earlier. Now let us see another property. Suppose if we multiply any number, okay, two numbers. Let's suppose we take 3 multiplied by 2. Do you know what is the answer? 3 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 6. Correct? Same way, if we interchange the order, 2 multiplied by 3 also we will get the answer 6. That means in an equality we can write this as 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 2 multiplied by 3. Again, if we give letters to this, it will become what? A. Suppose if we consider 3 as A and any number as B, then we can say that it is also equal to A multiplied by B is equal to B multiplied by A. Correct? So we are getting another formula or another property here. So we can use the letters to write the rules as well as formula. So we have got now formulas here like A plus B is equal to B plus A. Also A multiplied by B is equal to B multiplied by A. Fine. Now let's see if we can try this with the division. We can do this with division. Like for example, if I say that 12 divided by 6. Okay, if we divide 12 by 6, what will be the answer? It will be nothing but 2, right? But can we divide 6 by 12? Okay, we will get the same answer as 2? No, my dear students, we will get the answer as 6 upon 12, which is nothing but 1 upon 2. Is 2 equal to 1 by 2? No. So therefore, here if we take, okay, any number, let's suppose that we'll be taking as A divided by the other number, we cannot say that it is equal to B divided by A. It is not equal, correct? So the formula for or the property in the case of division is not correct. That is, A divided by B is never equal to B divided by A. Whereas in the case of addition, we can say that A plus B is equal to B plus A, because any number, if you add and interchange its order, the sum will always remain the same. In this, similarly, in the case of multiplication also, we can say that any two numbers when multiplied and their orders is interchanged, their product remains the same. So this property, that is A plus B is equal to B plus A, is similar to multiplication, that is A multiplied by B is equal to B multiplied by A. But in the case of division or subtraction, it is not correct. In the case of division, we can say that A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. Okay. Now let's see some more examples regarding this. Okay, and other different properties we can learn now. Now what different properties? We have learned that if any number is multiplied by 1, like for example, if I take 7 here, multiplied by 1, if I do, what will be the answer? It will be nothing but 7. Even if you interchange the place also, you will get the same answer. Just now what we have learned, the similar way. But any number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. So here also we can have one rule or one formula here we can have, that is, if we consider any number as A, multiplied by 1 will be the number itself. So here also we are getting another formula, that is, any number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. Okay students, so we are getting so many rules or formulas here. This is the first formula we have got. This is your second formula we have got. Then this is a rule that A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. Similarly, we have also got another rule now, another formula now, that any number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. Any number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. So here also another rule formula we are getting. Let's see some more. You have also learned previously that if you multiply or if you add any number, let's suppose that number be 6 plus 0. Now in the case of addition, if we add 0 to any number, we are getting the sum as the number itself. Correct? No? Here in this case, multiplication, you are getting the same number itself when you multiply it with 1. But in the case of addition, if we add 0 to any number, we are getting the number itself. So again, one more rule here, or one more property we can, one more formula we can write here. That is, any number, let's suppose that number be n, you can use any letters. Okay, you can use any letters from A to Z. So let that number be n here. Okay, or you can take X, you can take Y, any letters you like. Okay, now let's suppose I take another letter here. Let's suppose say n. N, any number, if 0 is added to any number, you get the number itself. So here again another formula you are getting, that is n plus 0 is equal to n. You can write this as a plus 0 also equal to a, whichever letter you like. From A to Z, any letters you can use. Fine, you can use even X here. Fine. So what else we have learned? We have also learned that if you multiply any number, let's suppose that number is 5, any number multiplied by 0, you will always get the answer as 0. Okay, so here again we can have another formula, that is, in place of 5, if I use another letter, let's suppose that letter be x. Okay, so if 0 is multiplied with any number, when 0 gets multiplied with any number, you get the answer always, the product is always 0. Okay, the product is always 0. So here again you are getting one more formula. So you can see that with the use of letters we can have so many different formulas, and these formulas are always true. We can always say that a plus b is always equal to b plus a. Even a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a, whereas a divided by b is never equal to b divided by a. Then any number multiplied by 1 is always the number itself. Okay, if 0 is added to any number, we get the number itself. Okay, another one, if 0 gets multiplied with any number, when it is added, you are getting the number itself. But when 0 is multiplied, you are getting 0. Okay, you are getting 0 as the answer. So you see that how letters can be used in place of numbers to formulate certain rules and formulas. Fine. Now let us go for the problem set number 56 now. Now let's solve the problem set number 56. First question. Here, please read carefully and try to understand. Okay, when you are solving. Use a letter. Okay, use a letter for any number. Use a letter for any number and write the following properties in short. Okay, so you have to use a letter for any number according to the question which is asked. So I will read out the first question to you, that is the sum. Always remember, sum means addition. So you will write the sign plus there. The sum of any number. So here it is said in place of any number you have to write the letter. So sum of any number, that means you will have to take a letter and add to it what, let's see, read. The sum of any number and 0 is the number itself. Okay, so let me write first the first problem, which says that the sum, okay, the sum of any number. Let's suppose I will take a letter n. Okay, I will take a letter n as any number and 0. Okay, and 0 is means equal to sign is the number itself. And we have already learned this, that the sum of any number and 0 is always the number itself. So we can write this simply in the form, in a very short form. Okay, so this is the first problem. Let's go for the second one. Let's go for the second one. Okay, the product of any two numbers. So that means you have to take now any two numbers, means any two letters in place of the two numbers. Product means multiplication. Product means multiplication. The product of any two numbers and the product obtained after changing the order. That means a product of two numbers. Let's write first. Let those two numbers be x and y. I will take now two letters as x and y. You can take any letters, fine. So I will take x and y. So the product of any two numbers, that is x, and second number is y. Okay, so the product of any two numbers obtained means equal to, Okay, and the product obtained after changing the order. Now the order is x first and y second. Now what I will write? I will write y first and x second. Okay, so I will interchange the order of the two numbers using the letters. Fine. So the product of any two numbers and the product obtained after interchanging the order is the same. Fine. So you have learned that 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 12. Also 4 multiplied by 3 is equal to 12. So instead of 3 and 4, we have taken here letters. So the product obtained, the product of the two numbers and the product obtained after interchanging their order is the same. Same means they are equal. So therefore we have written this as x multiplied by y is equal to y multiplied by x. Fine. Let's go for the third question. Now, the product of any number. Okay. Now first I will write product means multiplication sign. Any number means I will take any letter. So let's suppose I will take letter P here. So the product of any number, that is any letter I have taken as P and 0 is means equal to, okay, is means equal to, then is 0. This also we have learned, that is a multiplied by 0 is equal to 0, you have learned, right? The same way here it is only given in the form of the words. So which I have written it in the form of a mathematical expression. So that is a product of any number and 0 is 0. Okay students, so this is the first question. Let us go for the second question, which is the last question of this lesson. So the second question is, write the following properties. Okay, write the following properties in words. Now earlier it was given in words, we have written in the form of a property. Now property is given, we have to design the sentence for this. Okay, we have to write in words. So let us try to write. Now here if you see, there is a sign, negative sign, or sorry, the minus sign, and minus means difference. So how we can write this in words? We can write this as the difference between any number, the difference between any number and 0 is the number itself. Okay, I repeat, the difference between any number and 0 is the number itself. So we can write this as this way. The difference between any number and 0 is means equal to, is the number itself. Okay, fine. So this is the first answer. Now let us go for the second question. What is the second question? Okay, second question is n divided by 1 is equal to n. Okay, n divided by 1 is equal to n. Now let's try to understand this, how to write this in words. Now you know this is the sign called as division. So for this we use the word called as quotient. Okay, for multiplication we use product, for addition we use sum, for subtraction we use difference, and for division we say quotient. So how we can say this? We can say this as the quotient of any number divided by 1 is the number itself. I'll repeat, the quotient of any number divided by 1 is the number itself. So let us write this in words. Okay, the quotient, Q-U-O-T-I-E-N-T. The spelling you have to write it properly. Okay, so quotient of any number and divided by 1 is the number itself. Okay. So instead of 1 we can write also as ONE 1. Okay. ONE 1 divided by 1 is the number itself. Okay students, is it very difficult? No, it is not very difficult, it is very easy. So what I hope so you have understood what I have taught today. So what you have to do is that you have to practice problem set number 56 on your own. First try to learn it, try to solve it first, and then revise again and again. You will be able to write this very easily. So for your homework today is to practice problem set number 56 and also revise the whole lesson. So I hope so you have understood, and thank you very much. Thank you dear students.